Today we're going to talk about how hard it is to make really, really big decisions that impact a lot of things and to leave behind big dreams. Sometimes you have to do it. But the good thing is, if you're like me, you have lots of big dreams. So it was just one of many. So the big thing that happened this week is basically I'm consolidating our product line. Product line is in digital products, WordPress plugins, toolkit to build websites, theme, template. If you're not familiar with WordPress, we built this in-house, and then we are basically selling that to the public as well. Because why not? We built it, and so we can our clients can enjoy it. We can use it as a framework and build what we want, and then we can give that to others to do the same. Anyway. But the problem is, it was part of this, not a problem, but it was part of this larger vision I've had for several years. I got a small list that's been following me this whole time, and they probably think I'm nuts at this point. But I went through all these different phases, and it all stems from a business I had called Hexeter. And Hexeter was basically a WordPress marketplace where we had built like 100 themes, and we were selling these themes all built in-house, all designed in-house. And I actually inherited that from a company called Rapid Crush that I worked for 4 years, 3 years as an employee, where I had built the framework for this, the boilerplate. We built all these themes on that. I built a team, a pretty sizable team, 5-6 people, to design and develop these over a couple of years. And then they got out of the WordPress business. And that's why I left there. And I started this agency. And then they eventually, I acquired Hexeter from them. But then I eventually, because there was so many changes, though, understand that we first started building these in 2014. In the following years, with the introduction of Gutenberg and all this other stuff going on with WordPress, all the changes happening to that platform, eventually the way we had built things in a very, I won't go into how we built things, but it just wasn't, it was difficult to maintain, especially as a smaller shop. Especially I didn't have a dedicated team like I had there. It was just me. But I tried for like about 2 years to try to figure out what to do with it, and eventually let that kind of go to the side. Again, it was a big decision because I had a lot invested in that as well. Then I had this other idea, unified toolkit. And basically, and it's not again a small idea though. You know, this was a big idea. Like we had built the framework, we had actually launched it, but just the product portion of it, there was a lot more I was going to do. There was training and courses, and there was more assets, like a design aspect to it, design assets, like actual mock-up or like just design assets like an agency or freelancer could use to help build these that would integrate with the product. And I had this huge vision for it. And I think it would have been incredible. It really was for freelancers and agencies, and leveraging my experience building an agency myself. And so that's great. But here's the thing. Speaking of agencies, I'm running an agency, and my agency is doing really, really, really well. We've done exactly what I set out to do in terms of building partnerships with other agencies, strategic partnerships where we fill a need in an agency that could be providing different types of development, extending their own teams. It could be just, it could be back end or front end. It's depending on the agency, but then also clients the same way, just one-off, companies and clients that we work with, contract with, maintenance. We have a lot, and we've done a lot. We're doing amazing, and I have 7 full-time people helping me, from marketing of our agency to development and design, and myself in there doing what I do, and we're doing incredible. I have a podcast, The Builders Podcast. Just launched the 110th episode this week, and that's been an amazing experience. It's a great platform to talk about business, and I'm just having so much fun with that. I feel like I want to even do more with that if possible, but probably where I'm at now, it's growing slowly and it's good. It's one of those things that wants to be a business on its own, and I could like spend countless hours if I really wanted to. But that's what we're getting to here. So we got that. We got my blog. We got this new initiative to go after the insurance vertical, starting with insurance agencies. That's a thing, and we're marketing. We have marketing campaigns going on right now to attract that business. But we have some of our agencies are growing themselves, and suddenly we're getting more proposal requests. And I just got one this morning. So it's a situation where we're doing so well with the agency and with these initiatives, and we've become really good at what we're doing, and our team's continuing to grow, and we got a lot going on. It's difficult for me to think about spending that time on these products. And as much as I love the idea and I was passionate about it, anytime that I spend there is a cost, right? And people talk about opportunity cost and stuff like that, right? So it's basically that. The more time I spend over here, I'm losing the opportunity to spend over here. And now I really want to go, if I'm going to do really well and go after that insurance vertical, I need to really focus on it and think about it. At least think about it. Spend that extra time thinking about that instead of thinking about Unified Toolkit. Same with, other aspects of our business. Let's just continue to get better and better at what we do. There's always room to grow and improve within what you do. And if we can continue to do that, we're doing amazing things. This morning, I just reviewed, we just launched some new product pages, a redevelopment of these WooCommerce product pages for one of our best clients I've had for a couple of years. And they are beautiful. Did an awesome job. And in fact, I might even be able to do a before and after on that one because it is because it is a direct client. So sorry. I actually thought it might be my bank, and I have some wire transfers going, but I don't know who this person is though. Anyway, anyway, there's a lot going on. We're doing amazing things, and I want to continue to really focus on that. We're talking about somebody that helps us out about getting a QA person full-time, not maybe full-time, maybe part-time at first. I don't know. Somebody to help us because we're doing larger and larger projects as well. We're talking to manufacturers now. We're talking through our partners. We're not getting all that business. Sometimes our partners get the business and we get to go along for the ride. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, so many things. So what I ended up doing with Unified Toolkit is I just had this aha moment while I was walking my dog the other night, and it finally dawned on me what we need to do. And I was just basically thinking of so we basically had 3 product pages for each plugin. So a blocks plugin, a tweaks plugin, and a email capture plugin, and then Unified Toolkit, which packaged those, and I was going to do all that other stuff, right? I decided almost overnight, we're going to just retool the whole thing, and we're going to just focus on unified email capture. And what I did though is we did a lot of work. We put many hours, my development team has, into these plugins and these products and the block theme. It's a full site editing block theme. But those are going to be bonuses to that offer now. And we're just going to focus, like laser focus on email capture. There's reasons for that. I looked at every single one, like looked at the block plugin, for example. There's plenty of block plugins out there, right? And WordPress has developed their own core blocks. And so for me, it's like thinking about how I'd market that and what a big deal that would be, I don't know. Same with the tweaks. There's other tweaks plugins out there, but the email capture, we're doing something special there. We actually, it's a lot more involved. So what we're bringing to the table, a more technical skill to do something like that and to build something that connects with APIs and, does a little more technical stuff with these services like MailChimp and Aweber and get response. And maybe we'll add more services. So we can do a lot more now with just that plugin. But we also use that, right? We use it on our own sites. We can use it on client sites. The insurance industry, the insurance agencies, what do they do with their websites? What's their goal? To get leads. How do they do that? So if we can leverage this plugin, and even when we're selling it to them on the sales page, we're like, we got this plugin, special plugin for leads. There's things we can do there. So instead of building this whole other type of business with courses and all that stuff, if we focus on this and then leverage that in the other things we're doing, we can still do that. I think it's great. And it's also great because I really just want to have a product too. As much as I love selling services, there's just something, I've always had products forever, and it's something that I really want to have, especially if we can make something of it and make some revenue from it. But also just, I think it diversifies what we offer and everything. So it's really great. So that's what I did. So I made that decision. It was a tough decision. But sometimes you just do it. Like I said, you got to get rid of those big dreams sometimes and focus on your other big dreams. That doesn't mean someday that I don't circle back to that and maybe I hire somebody to help me with it or something like that. Anything can happen in the future. But right now, we're going to focus on what we're focusing on, and we'll see where it takes us. Hope you found that interesting. Until next time, take care.